Ok, en lep pozdrav vsem skupaj. Robert Rolih tukaj. In for those of you who are not speaking Slovene, because some of my customers are not speaking Slovene, I will just introduce Ty in 1 minute, and then I will give him the mic. Okay, so don't worry if you don't understand the next minute. Torej, en lep pozdrav vsem skupaj. Danes bomo imeli en fantastičen webinar, kjer nam bo Ty Cohen predstavil, kako dejansko lahko zaslužite, kako lahko dejansko pretvorite ta Kindle publishing v eno zelo dobičkonosno zadevo zase in iz nje dejansko ustvarite si nek nov vir prihodkov ali pa celo nek poseben biznis v vašem življenju. Ta je meni, bi rekel, fantastična oseba, zato ker je še pred nekaj leti je bil navaden zaposlen v trgovini in zaslužuje tisto minimalno plačo. Danes je pa dejansko izredno bogat, prav zaradi tega, ker je uspel na temu publishingu na Amazonu, na Amazon Kindlu. Tako da, Ty, thank you very much for having this webinar for my list, and the mic is yours.
Absolutely, Robert. Thank you. I'm actually honored to be here, so I appreciate you inviting me to speak to your list and to show them this system that I've actually been doing for the last 5 years. It's something that not only am I personally doing, but it's something that I got my family involved with. I have my daughter involved. I have some of her friends that are doing it, my wife. And it's a great model to get your family involved with. So before we start, let's talk about exactly who am I. So before Amazon's KDP platform, the Kindle publishing platform, I actually was part of another platform, and that's their Amazon Advantage platform. And I want to make sure that everyone can see my screen. So if you can see my screen, in the questions box, just put yes. If you can hear me and if you can see my screen, just put yes, because I want to make sure that everyone can see and hear me. I'm going to give a lot of information. So Alice says yes, Andre yes, Mocha Mita yes, Miha yes. All right, Joko yes, awesome. Great. So I got started with Amazon's Amazon Advantage program, and that was selling physical books. So I would sell 8,000 physical books a month through their program about 9 years ago. And they invited me to become a beta tester for what is now known as the Amazon KDP program. I've done extremely well with that. I've taught a lot of people how to do the same, and now I'm known as the king of Amazon Kindle publishing. I actually spent years running different tests to discover things like what works and what doesn't work with Kindle Direct Publishing. Things such as the price points, the topics, the covers, how to start and profit fast. I've made millions of dollars with Amazon, just literally a ton of money with Amazon, and it's created this amazing lifestyle for me and my family as well. I have hundreds of extremely successful students literally around the globe. So everywhere from the UK to Canada, Australia, Croatia. We've got people in Slovenia, as I know many here are watching. We've got people that are in Mexico, everywhere, literally. The way Amazon has created this is you can be anywhere on the planet and you can do this. I have hundreds of extremely successful students that are across the globe. I've taught dozens of 7- and 8-figure marketers this program as well. And most importantly, as I mentioned earlier, I've taught my family how to make a killing using this system. So now I'm going to show you exactly how to do it as well. Right. One of my mentors is a gentleman by the name of Tony Robbins. How many people have heard of Tony Robbins before? And I want you to use that questions box, because usually when you're on a webinar like this, it's usually just the presenter that's speaking to you. I want you to also talk to me in the form of questions. So I want you to type questions if you have them. I want you to engage in this presentation as well, so we can all take part in this. But Tony Robbins says, if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. Okay? That makes most things in life extremely easy. If you find someone that is a better dancer than you, if you find someone that's a better business owner, someone that's a better husband or wife, someone that has achieved the financial goals that you're after, in most cases you can go in and model what it is that that person has done and what they continue to do, and then you can get similar results, right? So that's what Tony is talking about here. So During this presentation, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to model my success. I'm also going to show you how to partner with Amazon.com to create an instant stream of monthly recurring revenue without having to personally do all of the work. Right? So, first, what is a Kindle? Before we begin, let's talk about exactly what is a Kindle and why it's so important to anyone who's looking for an easy, secure, long-lasting residual way to make money. The Kindle is this device that you see on the right-hand side. It's a portable ebook reader developed by Amazon.com that allows its users to be able to shop for, download, browse, and read ebooks, newspapers, magazines, blogs, reports, and other digital media. How many people are familiar with the Kindle device? And let me just check the questions area here. How many people are familiar with the Kindle here? All right, Alex says he heard about Mr. Tony Robbins, great person. Yes, I actually got to meet Tony Robbins. I got to meet him and his wife. Me and my wife both spent a couple of hours with him. Okay. Gregor says, can you earn money on Kindle with spiritual books and poetry? Absolutely, yes. You can, yes. All right, so let's continue. A lot of people are familiar with the Kindle device. My goal is to show you how publishing ebooks to Amazon's Kindle can be highly profitable, easy, and an extremely long-lasting way to generate income. All right, so right now there's a shift that's taking place where people are buying and consuming written material in the form of ebooks more than ever before, and this trend will only continue. As a matter of fact, Amazon.com is now selling more ebooks through Kindle than hardcover books. In fact, their CEO, who's this gentleman you see on the cover of Success magazine, he released a press release recently that said for every 100 hardcover books that Amazon has sold, the company has sold 180 digital Kindle books. So they sell twice as many digital books as they do physical books. All right, so, and this is not going to change. We're going to continue to see where digital books, Kindle books, outsell physical books as the years pass. Just like with the music industry, where we saw before we would listen to our music in the form of records and cassettes and 8-tracks and CDs, but now we primarily listen to our music in the form of MP3s or digital files, right, on our phone or on our tablets. And it's never going back to the point where we listen to our music on vinyl records for the most part. All right, so the same thing applies here. Now, there's 7 billion people that are out there on the planet Earth right now. And there's actually 7 billion mobile devices that are out there. So each person on average has about one device. Some people have 2, 3, multiple devices. And because of this, Amazon got smart. They said, okay, we know that not everyone has a Kindle device, right? Just like with this presentation, not everyone may have a Kindle device. But what they did do is they said, let's create an application that will allow anyone that has a PC, a Macintosh, an iPod, an iPad, an iPhone, a BlackBerry, or an Android to be able to go in and download the Kindle app. That way you can still go in and browse, purchase, and download ebooks instantly on any mobile device. All right, so when they did this, this really opened up the marketplace. So it made the marketplace just more accessible to just literally, all right, tens of millions of more individuals that are out there, if not hundreds of millions more. Okay, this digital shift in publishing platform that's taking place right now and that Amazon has provided is making some people extremely wealthy and at the least financially free with very little effort. Here's 3 examples. The first is a young lady by the name of Amanda Hocking. She's an unknown 20-year-old girl from Minnesota here in the U.S. She's made over $2 million U.S. publishing stories to Kindle. Right? And she's not a professional writer, so by her own admission. As a matter of fact, this works so well that you have credible publications like Forbes.com, right, and Forbes magazine that are writing articles about this entire Kindle publishing phenomenon. And this one is titled, Who Wants to Be a Kindle Millionaire? And this one they talk about how she's reportedly, right, become a millionaire by self-publishing to Amazon. Another example is a gentleman over in the UK by the name of Stephen Lever. He's over in London, and he sells about 2,000 ebooks a day on Kindle. All right. Now, imagine if he just sold these at 99 cents. That would still be 2,000 times 99 cents. That's $2,000 US a day. Not bad, right? $60,000 US a month, $720,000 US a year. That's an extremely great year right there. Here's another example. This is a gentleman by the name of John Locke, and he became the first person to sell 1 million Kindle ebooks, and he did it in less than 1 year with just 9 titles. And these are all individuals that are not professional writers. They don't have a staff. They don't have a publishing company or anything like that, right? They have just been able to take advantage of this opportunity that Amazon has made available. So in addition to these folks, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that are making thousands and tens of thousands of dollars selling content on Kindle. Now it's your turn. You're at ground level of what is being called a new age diamond mine. As a matter of fact, I want to show you some of the money that I've been able to make just playing around with publishing ebooks before I created a streamlined system for doing this. Now, I say playing around because my focus wasn't totally there when I first got started, right? Like many of you, I was just trying multiple different programs and multiple different products, and I didn't have singular focus. I didn't have focus in regards to just focusing on one thing, right? And George says, how much work does Kindle take daily? Kindle allows you to upload as many ebooks as you want, okay? As many as you want. All right, and Gregor says, what quality? I'll cover that one in just a minute. That's a great question. Great questions. All right, so now let me show you just some of the income that I've made from this. The first is the check that I got in the amount of $2,297.30. All right, and this was when I first started publishing to Amazon, $2,297.30. And at this point, because I was doing other things, my focus was not there. I was chasing other things and focusing on other systems. And it wasn't until the next month when I got my next check from Amazon that was in the amount of, bam, $2,873.13. Now, when I saw this, I started to pay a bit more attention. And what I did was I started to publish a few more ebooks. And then the next month, I saw another increase. It went from $2,873.13 to, bam, $4,462.53. I saw a 55% increase there. Now, when I got this check, I really started to pay attention, and I only started to focus on Kindle publishing. That was it, right? I started to hire people to write ebooks for me because I don't write any of my own ebooks. I'm going to show you how to hire people and how you can outsource that as well. And I also started to test things like my titles. I started to test things like my covers, and I started to test things like my price points, and I'm going to share all of that with you on this presentation. But next month, I went from $4,462.53 to, bam, $8,403.84. And this was an 88% increase, right? At this point, I totally left everything else alone, and I'm excited, and I'm only focusing on Kindle publishing. And then now I consistently see months where I'm receiving royalties from Amazon over $30,000. As you can see, this one is $29,387.08 US. Okay, so this is why we call it a diamond mine, because Amazon created this platform that allows people to, literally anyone, no matter where you are, no matter what country, to be able to go in and publish ebooks and make them available. Now, let me ask you a question. I want to stop for a second. Who here remembers when Amazon first went into business? If you remember when Amazon first went into business, just put yes into the questions box, okay? Matty says, is it better to publish with your own name or fictional? Both. Both. That's a really good question. So now, here's the thing. Fictional, right? A pen name. I always use a pen name. I never publish under my own name. But you can use a pen name if you're going to be publishing under different topics. So if you have a topic like how to fix a car or how to buy a house or how to invest in money, if you have 3 different, 4 different, 5 different, 6 different topics, then you should use a different pen name for each one. But if you have just one topic, right, how to purchase stocks using the stock market, just one topic, then you want to use your name, all right? So now, we've got a few people who said that they remember when Amazon first started. Now, their initial goal, what was the number one reason why Amazon went into business? What was their primary goal? Let's see. Book sales. All right, says thematic. Exactly. So before you could go in and buy things like vitamins and nuts and groceries and detergent and everything else, the number one reason that Amazon went into business was to sell books. And they knew that with competition, so they had like competition like Barnes and Nobles here in the U.S. We've got Borders, we've got Books A Millions. All of the major bookstores that are already out there, their competitors, they knew that they couldn't compete with those folks. So they said the way that we can get content in is by making this Kindle Direct publishing platform available to anyone that wants to publish content. All right, so that was one of the best things that they did. It was good for me, it was good for them, and it's good for you as well as all of my other students, because it now gives you a way to make content available on Amazon.com and all of their sister sites, as well as make money from it. So now, after doing this for nearly 5 years, I discovered that fact or fiction, and no matter what the topic, there are a few key things that you must do in order to be successful with this. Okay, one of the first things is I discovered how to pick highly sought after topics that sell like crazy. It doesn't make sense to publish something that no one wants to buy. So I discovered how to go in and do research to make sure that your market is there, so that you're publishing topics that people want to purchase, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I also discovered how to price my ebooks so that they generate the most profit. Okay, so that they generate the most profit, not just sales, because you want to keep the profit. You can't eat the sales, but you can eat off of the profit. I also discovered a secret element to add to your titles that can double, triple, and even quadruple your ebook sales. All right, and I'm going to share that with you as well. And I also discovered how to outsource like a master and get other people to do all of the work for me. All right, so we've got some great questions that are coming in. Please keep asking your questions. I'm going to cover all of them. And let me show you how you can model what I've learned so that you can get similar results fast. Now, there's a 3-step process. I'm going to give you the entire process, and I want you to write these down. So step 1 is to use the Google Keyword Planner. So step 1, use the Google Keyword Planner, okay, to find a hot in-demand topic and to come up with a killer title. Right? This is pretty easy stuff. So let me show you how to do this. The first thing is you'll go to google.com, and then you'll type in Google Keyword Planner, and then it's usually the first result that you get, first or second. Don't do it now because I want you to see everything else that I'm doing. But write that down. Google.com, and then you enter Google Keyword Planner, and then it's the first or second. Now, once the Google Keyword Planner comes up, what you're going to do is you'll see a box here, and you'll see a drop down. All right, they change it every once in a while, so it may look a little bit different, but for the most part, the last time it looked like this. Gregory, I'm also going to talk about prices. Yes, exactly, as we get further along. Great question, thank you. So here you're going to select search for new keywords using a phrase, website, or category. And then here you enter the idea, the phrase, or the topic that you're considering publishing your ebook around. Okay? So right here, you're going to enter the idea of a phrase or the topic that you're considering publishing your ebook around. And then when it comes to targeting here, you want to select all locations, all languages, and Google and search partners. Okay, and then hit get ideas. So here I typed in dreams interpretation. Now, once you hit search or get ideas, what Google is going to do is Google is going to say, here's the keyword that you entered, and here's some similar phrases or keywords that people are also searching for. So within the last 30 days, here's similar phrases that people have searched for. All right, so do you see how that looks there? All right, perfect. So now what they're going to do is they're going to give you the monthly search volume. So here, so for the phrase meaning of dreams, Google says we had 18,100 individuals that searched for the phrase meaning of dreams within the last 30 days. For the phrase dream meaning, we had 2,900. Dreams meaning, we had 2,400. Meaning of dreams, 590. Now, do you see that? So when you're doing this type of search, right, the one thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your combined global monthly search volume is between 10,000 to 100,000. Okay, so your combined global monthly search volume should be between 10,000 to 100,000. Please write that down there because I want you to, if you get this right, then you have this process in order the way that you should be. Because this, when you get it right this way, then it helps you to better target your market. And the reason why is over the last 4 or 5 years, I found that anytime I go after a market that is less than 10,000, then there's just not enough demand, all right? And anytime I go after a market where there's more than 100,000 monthly searches combined, right, then the demand is too big. So does that make sense? So you want to be between 10,000 to 100,000, all right? And that's combined for your similar phrases. So let me know if that makes sense, and then great. Why not over? Okay, so here. Actually, so Alan says, where do we find this? So Alan, I'm going to step back really quickly, okay? Let me go back, and this is where you go to Google, to google.com, and then you type Google Keyword Planner, and then you hit search, and then you're going to see where it's the first or second. You got that, Alan? Okay, so now let me go back. Someone's asking, how can the demand be too big? So here's the thing, right? If it's less than 10,000, then the marketplace is just not big enough. But more than 100,000 and it's too big, you've got more competition to fight, right? And it's not a niche market. So we're looking for niche markets. Does that make sense? All right, perfect, awesome. All right, so now the other thing that we want to do is, can someone put that into the questions box that you want to be between 10,000 to 100,000? All right, can someone type that in? Thank you. Awesome. All right, so now let's continue. Now, the other thing that you're going to do with this Google Keyword Planner is you're also going to use it to come up with some titles. You're going to come up with some awesome titles here. So take a look at the titles that I have here highlighted in red. Meaning of dreams and dreams and their meanings, right? If you look at this, you'll see that this makes an awesome ebook title. Not only that, but it also has 18,100 global monthly searches. Right, dreams and their meanings. This is a good one as well. Dreams and their meanings. How to tell, and then you can add on to it. How to tell what your meanings truly mean. How to tell what your dreams truly mean. Right, so you can use this area to find hot titles. And the reason why your titles, you want to pay attention to your titles because your titles, all right, are your first line of defense. Write that down. My titles are my first line of defense. Can someone put that into the questions box so that everyone else can see it? So my titles, or just put titles are first line of defense. Okay, and write that down again. The reason why your titles, do you guys want me to explain that? The reason why, thank you, John, I appreciate that. The reason why your titles are so important is because it's the first thing that people see. When they're doing a search on Amazon, your titles in most cases are the first thing that people see. And most of the individuals that, especially women, right, that shop on Amazon, when they shop on Amazon, they're paying attention to the titles first. Titles first, and then they'll go in and look at the cover if the title interests them, right? And then after the cover, what do? They'll go in and they'll read the description. Does that make sense? So they'll look at your title first, and then your cover, and then they'll read your description if they're interested in the title and the cover. Does that make sense? Okay. So do we want to move on, or do you want me to continue with that? All right. Okay, so we'll move on. Looks like everyone got that here. So now, one of the things that I've done is I've realized that if you craft your titles correctly, you increase the chances of them ranking high within both Amazon and Google search ranking. Okay, so ranking on both Amazon and Google will dramatically boost your sales. And I want to show you a few examples of this. Let me show you exactly what I mean here by getting ranked on Amazon and Google. Here's an ebook that's on Amazon, right? It's titled How to Market and Sell Your Ebook. Here's someone that's searching on Google, and they're not aware that there's an ebook on Amazon. But they're searching on Google for how to market and sell your ebook. Let's say they have an ebook that they're trying to sell. Right? And then they type that in, and then what happens? They hit search. What's the first thing that they see? The first thing that they see are these listings right here. And what are these? What do most people know that these are what? So go ahead, put it into the questions box. What are these here? Absolutely. They're ads, paid results, says Matic. Ads, says John. Paid ads, says Alice. Miha says ads. Right? Samuel ads. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, they're ads. So most people will gloss over these, right? And they're going to come down here. And they're going to look at the generic listings. And then you see something here that relates to your search. It's exactly like your search. How to market and sell your ebook. And if you're not aware that there's an ebook on Amazon, this is going to stand out. And the reason why this listing right here stands out is for several reasons. There's probably about 5 or 6 different reasons why that listing stands out. Can anyone tell me? SEO, says Miha, right? Think about it, right? Exact title, says Marco, right? Absolutely. It's exactly like, says John. Yes. What else? Think about it. Look, so exact title. I think Marco says that. The other thing is it's coming from Amazon. So now you see that there's something that's related to how to market and sell your ebook being sold on Amazon. Amazon is highly credible, right? Very credible. The other thing is you see the stars, right? So that's why this stands out too. What else do you see here that makes this stand out? Let's see, Alice and Matic, you both have it, right? They say Amazon has great rankings on Google. Yes, if you title your ebooks using the Google Keyword Planner in the way that I just shared with you, then you can easily get your ebooks listed on Google. Matic says Google obviously indexes Amazon. Yes, they do. Because why? Amazon has unique content constantly being added to their site, right? And Google loves unique content. Positive reviews, says Marco. Yes, look at the positive reviews. You have 47 5-star reviews. What else do we have that makes this listing, I should say, stand out? Because it's not an ad. This is generic. What else? Price point, says Ivgan and Samo. All right, your price. So you can tell that there's something being sold on this site. It says it's in stock. Liv says, I can't see the questions of other attendees. Why is that? Liv, you probably won't see the questions. Can anyone see the questions of the other attendees? I was always curious about that. I don't think you can. Yeah, no, you're not going to be able to see them. That's just the way this thing is set up. So no, you can't. I can only see them. Only the presenter can see them. All right, so just go in and ask your questions and comment, and then I'll make sure you. So in stock. Right? Someone just said that. Do you see that? What else do we have? And then you have this blurb, right? It tells you, it gives you a little bit of details about the ebook as well. And then you can also look at the category if you're interested in that stuff. So there's a few things that actually make these listings stand out. And most importantly, this is a first page, second position result. So do you see this? Out of 5 million results that are on Google, your Amazon ebook, this Amazon ebook here comes up on the first page in the second position. That alone is very powerful. Okay? Mia says nice. Absolutely nice. Very nice. All right? Angela, I love that name, Angela. Lots of reviews. Right, exactly. Let me show you another example of this, and then I'm going to get into how you can title your ebook so that you maximize your sales and your profit. Now here's another ebook. It's titled How to Earn Passive Income in a Lousy Economy. This is an ebook that's on Amazon. Let's say someone goes to Google. They're not aware that this ebook is here. They go to Google. They type in How to Earn Passive Income in a Lousy Economy. Guess what happens? This ebook not only shows up in the first position, first page, out of 1.5 million results, but it also shows up in the second and in the third position. Do you see how powerful that is? So once you go in and you use this Google Keyword Planner and you title your ebooks the right way, it's easy to get them ranked high on both Amazon and Google. Okay, and this getting my ebooks ranked high on Google accounts for about 30% of my sales. Okay, so you want to make sure that you know how to do this. And in this program, I show you exactly how to do that. As a matter of fact, there's an entire mini course that I have that shows you how to do this and to get these types of results. All right, so now let's continue. So I hope everyone wrote that down. Step 1 was to use the Google Keyword Planner, right, to find hot topics and to create titles. So write that down if you have not. Step 1 was use the Google Keyword Planner. Wow, we have a lot of people that are on this presentation. Okay, so now let's continue. Now, after months of testing, I found that simply adding the following elements to my titles can dramatically increase sales. So I came up with what is known as the title enhancers, and these are elements that can double and triple your sales. Title enhancers. So let me show you how your title enhancers look. All right? Title enhancers are elements that answer the questions that your ebook buyers are asking themselves in their head. So if you can position your ebook title so that they answer the questions that your book buyers are asking themselves, then you'll do really well with this. All right? So it's a system. There's a few different components here. It's an exact system. So the first title enhancer is this one here, how to. So do you see that? So if we have an ebook title, Learn to Stay in Your Deck, or Stay in Your Deck Like a Professional, we can take the title enhancer, how to, right? And then we add it right here. So how to stay in your deck like a professional. Now, which one looks more appealing? Which one would you buy if you had to go in and stay in a deck? Is it how to or is it learn to? Number 1, how to stay in your deck like a professional, or number 2, learn to stay in your deck. Tell me in the questions box. Just put 1 or 2. Okay, so we've got 1 says George, 2 says Petra, 1 learn, 2 says Matic, 1 says Anita. Petra says 1. I'm sorry, I thought you said 2. We've got George says 1. Nivius, Michael says 1. Alice says 1. Dame John says 1. Evgan says how to. Alice says 1. Brett didn't put anything. Oh, he did. You went back and put 1. Samuel says 1. Andrea says 1. Alice 1. All right, so a lot of folks are choosing 1. How to says Luca. I like that name, Luca. And then, yes, that's the correct one. So if you said number 1, then give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself some praise because that's exactly right. Okay, number 1, how to, because it answers the question that your prospect is asking in his or her head. Let me show you that. So you're looking for something and you're wondering, how can I get this done? How can I get this done? How can I get this done? So you're already asking yourself on a subconscious level how to get it done. All right? Let me show you some other examples of these title enhancers. Quickest way to. Right? So do you see that? Quickest way to. So 21 quickest ways to make money online versus the guide to making money on the web. This one just sounds better. Here's another example. Fastest way to. The fastest way to get your nursing degree versus Health Quad's nursing guide. Here's another example. Easy ways to. Quick and easy ways to lose weight. Another example. Tips to. The world's best kept tips to losing weight. So do you see how that is? Like, we always want to learn how to do something. We want the quickest way to do something, the fastest way to, the easy ways to do it, and we want tips on how to do it. Does that make sense? Why these title enhancers work so well? Bogdan says, do you see what I am writing? Yes, I do. Alza says, gives himself a pat on the back. I like that. Awesome, awesome. All right, so do you see the importance of the title enhancers and why they work so well? Just give me a yes in the questions box, and then we can move on to the next step. Perfect. Nivs, Bogdan, we've got Alan. Everyone is saying yes, yes, yes. So let's move on here. We're having fun. We're rocking and rolling. Now, let's say you have your idea. You want to write an ebook on gardening. But then we also have a title enhancer, right? So we'll take one of our title enhancers like how to, and then we'll add that to our main idea or our topic or our phrase. So how to and then garden. And then we hit search. Now, Google, this is the keyword planner. They'll tell us for our phrase, how to garden, and I'm going to ask you a question here. I want you to pay attention. They'll say, over the last 30 days, within the global monthly searches, we had 45.5 million global monthly searches for the phrase how to garden. Is that within our desired search criteria? Yes or no? 45.5 million. Yes or no? Mardo says no because it's more than 100,000. Alice says no. No. Samuel, Pietro, John, no. No too big, says Mia. Tina says no. Matic says no. Absolutely. Right? So if you said no, then you're 100% right. You have to narrow it down. Exactly. I want to ask you another question out here. And this is not something that I went over so far, but I'm sure you may get this. You might see two columns here. And again, if they haven't changed it up, you might see the global monthly searches column, and then you might see the local monthly searches column. Which one do you want to pay attention to? This one or this one? Global or local? Global says Mija. Alex says global. Global, global, global. Absolutely. Right, because you're selling your ebooks worldwide. It doesn't matter if you're in France or Italy or Slovenia or, you know, Russia or the US or Canada or Perth, Australia. It doesn't matter because your audience is global. So you always want to think globally. You want to think, I'm selling these ebooks globally around the planet, right? So now, luckily for us, although this is too big, 45.5 million is much too big. But Google will say, here's some similar phrases to what you typed in, and here's the global monthly search volume. So for the phrase how to make a garden, we had 201,000 individuals search for that phrase within the last 30 days. How to design a garden, we had 550,000 people search for that phrase within the last 30 days globally. How to build a raised garden bed, we had 12,100 individuals search for that phrase within the last 30 days. How to plant a garden, we had 301,000. Now, which of these, there's several reasons why, but which of these would make the best idea or topic to publish an ebook around? Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? All right, think about it. Put it into the questions box. Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? We've got, let's see, number 3, 3. Number 1 says Alice, 3 says Brat, John says 3, Anita says 3, number 3 says Alice, Simon says 3, Mativ, Lydia says 3, David, Nivis, Margin, Tija, Matic, number 3 says Alice, Tina, Angela says number 2, Evgen says 3, Samuel says number 4, right? Well, here's the thing. If you said number 3, give yourself another pat on the back. Okay, give yourself another pat on the back if you said number 3. And the reason why is because, number 1, it's within our desired search criteria, 12,100. Remember, we want to stay between 10,000 and 100,000. The other thing is, it has our title enhancer, how to. And then the other thing is, it's extremely niched. Okay, it's extremely niche. How to build a raised garden bed. Not just how to build a garden bed, right? But how to build a raised garden bed. Now, I like to take these. This would be a perfect title. Okay? There is another audio, Indian language, on the webinar. Can you do anything about that? Igor says. Does anyone else hear someone speaking in Indian on the webinar? I don't hear anything. No, says Samuel. Mato says no. Everyone is saying no. That might be your settings, Igor. No one else hears that. Luca says no. Andrea says no. All right, thank you. So yeah, so number 3 would be the ideal one, right? Because it has our title enhancer. It has our, it's in within our desired search criteria of 100,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000. And on top of that, it's extremely niche. Now, this would make a perfect title. Right? Do you think if you had an ebook titled How to Build a Raised Garden Bed and you had 12,000 people that search for that information globally every single month, do you think it would be easy or hard to sell those people your ebook on Amazon? Right? Easy or hard? I'm going to wait until you respond in the questions box here. Easy, says Borat. Tija says easy. Tija, that is actually my wife's cousin's name. He has the same name. Neva says easy. Barbara says easy. Alan, Alage, Alice, Sazo, Venja. Everyone is saying easy here. Absolutely, it would be extremely easy. I should have actually kept that one for myself. My wife is going to get mad at me now because I gave that one away here. But yes, extremely easy. All right? So now let's continue. Don't tell my wife that I gave that one away. So step one, do the market research, right? Because you want to make sure that pay attention to the competition bar. Let me go back. Marco was asking about the competition bar. We don't pay attention to that. All right, good question. Because our competitors, they don't know the stuff that I'm teaching you. So step one, do the market research to make sure that there's a market and that there's a demand. Step two, after you do the research, you create the content. Can someone write that into the questions box? Step two, create the content. Or just put step two, content. And you should also be writing that down as well. Okay? So now, in my preferred order, there are 3 very simple ways to get content to sell. I've used all 3 of these, and all are very easy to do. Okay? Step 1 is get someone else to write it for you. Okay? I use this option a lot, and I've paid as little as $100 to $125 to have people write content for me. The beautiful thing about outsourcing this is that you own 100% of the rights to it. When you have someone else write it for you, you own 100% of the rights to it. And you can resell it as long and as often as you want. All right? You can even put your name on it, or you can use a fictitious name or pen name. Someone had asked me about that previously. This program that I'm going to introduce you to gives you the only 3 sites that you should use when looking to have someone write your content. Plus, I give you the exact wording to use when looking for someone. Okay? Easy stuff. Now, the other thing is, you can also speak this if you wanted to, then have it transcribed. All right? You can write it yourself. Not my favorite, but if you're a writer, this would be the perfect option for you. I don't like writing, so I have other people write mine for me. Okay? Now, if you're outsourcing, I want to go into some detail on what you'll do if you're outsourcing. All right? Your language is important. So what you tell your outsourcer is really important. You want to set the expectation. So what I do is I don't tell them that I don't say I need someone to write an ebook for me. I say I want someone to write a report or a story. All right? Not an ebook. Because the word ebook has a higher perceived value. And they'll charge you more. All right? If you want your ebook written in English, you can actually have your ebook written in any language because Amazon accepts any language. They accept multiple languages. Portuguese, English, French, Spanish, Italian. There's literally tons of languages that they accept. If you want your ebook written in English, what I do is I put into my project description that I'm looking to hire someone in the US, the UK, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Jamaica, or Puerto Rico to write a 30-page report on a topic of whatever your topic is going to be. How to build a raised garden bed, right? Give me some topic ideas. Can you put some topic ideas into the questions box? Slovenian too. Yes, Mativ. Absolutely. Mia says, I don't like writing too. Absolutely. So that's fine. So you can do this. All right? So now, let me show you how I go in, and when I'm hiring someone to do this, I tell them exactly what I want. So tell them exactly what you want. I tell them how many pages I want. I tell them the font size that I want, 10 to 12 points, and you want the same thing. I tell them that there's no double spacing. And then the font type, I tell them Times New Roman or Arial. And then for margins, I tell them no more than half-inch margins all the way around. Top, bottom, left, right. You got that? I want to move on here. Actually, it's Times New Roman. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, Matt, that's a perfect how to train your dog, right? Positive thinking. I have a few positive thinking books, but because I'm really into personal development, right? So the topics. Now, as a matter of fact, do you want me to log into my account so I can show you how I go in and find outsourcers? Do you folks want to see that? Do you want to see how I do that? If not, that's okay. I can continue going. But if you do want to see that, just put yes into the box, and I will show you how I do this. Wow, look at the yeses coming in. Everyone's putting yes. Yes, please, says Tisha. Luca, yes. Andrea, Mata, Alan, Barat. Peter says yes. Doman, Evgene, Tina, Marco. Marco says yo. Lydia says yes with a smiley face. I like that. Thank you, Lydia. All right, so let's do it. I'm gonna get out of this presentation for a minute. All right. Well, first, let me finish this up, and then I'm gonna get in. I'll show you exactly. At the very beginning of my description, I tell them that the report or the story must include a 1 to 2 paragraph summary of what it's about, as well as 12 to 15 bullet points of what is covered. Why do I tell them that? Why do I tell them that I need a 1 to 2 paragraph summary of what that report that they've written is about, as well as the 12 to 15 bullet points of what is covered? Just say Matthew to me. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Matthew. Got it. Why do you think that is? Because I'm going to use this description, right, for the preview. Absolutely, Marco. I'm going to use that in the description area. And as well, Matt, as you said, to check to see if they can write. And then I tell them that the finished report must be a Word doc. And then I also tell them that we will own all rights to the completed work once you're fully paid. Okay? I also say we actually need several of these reports, including one on productivity or whatever else it is that you want to hire someone on. And if their work is great and your prices and turnaround time are fair, we will hire you for all of our projects. And then I ask them to state how quickly they can get this done. Usually someone can write an ebook for you within 10 days. Okay? And I tell them that it's ongoing work. The reason why I say that I want them for ongoing work is because, think about this. If you hire, let's say if you get an ebook, right, that is making you $500 a month or $1,000 a month, how many more ebooks will you publish? Will you just publish one? No, you're going to publish more, right? You're going to keep publishing more. So I like to write with the same writer. If I get a good writer, I want to use that same person. So I tell them that as well here. All right. So now let me go into my account and I'll show you exactly how I do this. All right. So here, one of the sites that I use is Upwork. Upwork to go in and hire to outsource work. And the other one I use is Google. Google.com. All right. So I'll show you. Oh, my password is wrong here. Is my password wrong here? Nope. It's just slow. It's just taking some time. Okay. So now, I love these sites because you can hire people for anything on these sites really cheaply, really inexpensive, right? So here, I put up, I need a 25-page day trade. Most of my ebooks are 25 to 40 pages, okay? Because people that buy off of Amazon, they like short ebooks because they can get in, they can read it quickly, and then they can finish, right? Or they can get the information. Remember, you can publish fact and fiction. All right, so here I posted, I need a 25-page personal development report needed. Someone had actually put in that personal development. Here I put, I need a 25-page romance story needed, 25-page report on how to write a gripping crime novel. All right, so you see I posted different, here's another one. I put a 25-page day trading report needed, 25-page personal development report needed, 25-page mystery thriller needed. All right, this is what my daughter publishes, and she does $5,000 a month selling mystery thrillers on Amazon, and she's 15. All right, here's another one, a 25-page romance story needed. So again, you can publish both fact and fiction. Do you see that? Report on how to write character flaws. Let me open up one of these. I'm going to show you something here, and I want to show you. Now look at the amount of bids that I got in here. Here's some people. You're going to get some really high ones. Like this one, $500. I would just go in and delete him because I'm not going to pay that. Remember, I said I pay $100 to $125 to have someone write an ebook for me. All right. I would delete this one too. But here, these guys are $50, $80, right? $150. These are ones that I pay attention to. Okay. Um, yes, Matic, everything is original, and I'm going to show you that too. I've never had someone provide me plagiarized information. Let me go here to the posting. I want to show you that. I'm glad you asked that question. Samuel, price related to quality? No, not at all. You get some people on these sites that write really good stuff. Now look at the listing, right? It's almost what I shared, similar to what I shared with you. I'm looking to hire someone in the US, the UK, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Jamaica, or Puerto Rico to write a 25-page romance story for me, right? I need this done ASAP, so please state how quickly you can get it done. And is this ethical to the actual writers? Yes, it is. Great question. I'm glad you asked that. Because here's what happens. On outsourcing sites like this, you have people that love writing, right? So they'll write for you to get paid for it. So it's a win-win. You win and they win. They love doing what it is that they love doing, which is writing, and they get paid for doing that. So they win and you win. Does that make sense? Right? And then, yes, okay, everyone's saying yes. Great. And it says, I'm only looking for unique content. Look at this here. This is what you want to put in. I'm only looking for unique content, meaning nothing that you turn in should be plagiarized or stolen from other sources, especially the book that we included above. Sometimes I'll give them reference, okay? Sometimes I'll give them reference to another ebook that I want them to model after. Not copy, but model. All right, and then I'll say that link is only for your reference and to give you an idea of what we're looking for. We will check. And then I say the story needs to be about 25 pages of high quality, entertaining content. No fluff, no filler. When bidding, so that I know that you actually took the time. And then I say that the finished project must be just as I shared with you earlier, right? Written in Times New Roman, 10-point font, no more than half-inch margins all the way around, no double spacing. And then at the very beginning, the story must include 1 or 2 paragraphs of what it is about, as well as 12 to 15 bullet points of what is covered. And then I say the finished report must be a Word doc. And then we will own all rights. And I talk about we need several of these because I want to work with the same writer. And they want to work with the same person too, right? Because it's easier for them. A lot of these writers, a lot of the outsourcers, they don't want to have to find someone for each new project. Okay? Yes, Alex. Absolutely. Magica says, why don't they sell it on Amazon? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people don't know that they can sell it on Amazon. You do. But a lot of people don't know it, right? It's just like real estate investing or any type of investing. You might say, well, why don't someone take $10 and invest it every month? Everyone doesn't know about that. Or for those that do know, they just don't care about doing that, right? Not everyone is an entrepreneur, or not everyone has a desire to be an entrepreneur. Does that make sense? Right? If you get that not everyone is an entrepreneur and not everyone has a desire to be an entrepreneur, then that I'm sorry, that will totally change your mindset. Success is all about mindset. All right? So if you think about some of these questions, yes, Nikola Tesla is a perfect example. Success is all about your mindset. It's about how you look at things. All right, can I talk to you for a second about my personal experience? Because I like to share, when I do a presentation like this, I don't do them often. You know, Robert asked me to come in and do this presentation because he knew about my system and he knew about things that I've done and how successful my students are. And he says, can you do this for me? And I said, yes. But I don't do these presentations often. But for my own personal story, you know, I was actually working at Walgreens Pharmacy, which is a pharmacy here in the U.S. And I did that from the time when I was 14. I started when I was 14. And I held that job for over a decade. And I had tried to make money in other ways, and I never could because my mindset had not changed. Right? I always thought, well, why does it work for that person and not for me? Or why can't I do that? And then I didn't have the right systems. This is all about a system. Have you seen so far throughout this presentation, I've systematically given you steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, right? To do this. So when you have the right systems, you can do things in the right way, because it's like follow this step, then follow that step, then follow that step. So do you notice how I'm giving you systems and the steps on this thing? Once I learned how to use systems, then I learned how to drastically make more money. The other thing is momentum. All right? If you have momentum and you know how to execute, then you can do well in almost anything. Most people don't do well because they don't get the momentum. They'll think about doing something, and then your mind tricks you into not doing it. Your mind might say, well, why don't these people who are writing take the content and publish it to Amazon themselves? Because they're not entrepreneurs. All right? Your mind might say, well, is it fair for me to pay someone $125 to write an ebook? Yes, it is, because that person is getting paid for something. Listen, when these people bid, they're telling you how much they are willing to do this. They're reading your project, and they're saying, okay, I can do this for this amount of money. You're not forcing them to do it, right? Does that make sense? You're saying, this is a project that I need written. This is a report. How much will you do it for? Okay, awesome. Everyone is saying it makes sense. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Then the other thing is just the execution. So let's continue. So now I'm going to go back. It makes sense, says Bart. Thank you. So now let's continue, because I still have a lot of information I want to share with you. Good stuff so far? All right, so now I always put my budget as $200 when I'm on these sites. I always put it. This is not what you're going to pay, but I put my budget at $200. Remember, you're going to pay between $100 to $150. $100 to $150 to have each ebook written for you. Now, if you're paying $100 to $150 to have an ebook written for you, and that ebook can make you $500 a month, does that make sense? It makes sense to just do it, right? Absolutely. Okay, so now, the third step is, once you actually have your ebook written, whether you're going to write it yourself, David says, I feel enlightened. Thank you. Thank you, David. Once you have your ebook written, whether you're going to write it yourself or you're going to outsource it to someone else, you now go in and you take that ebook and you upload it to Amazon, the KDP platform. Okay? And it takes about 5 minutes to both create your Kindle Publishers account as well as add ebooks to it. Amazon has made it easy. Why do you think Amazon has made this process easy? Once you sell your ebook, once you list your ebook, it's now available. Why do you think Amazon has made the process easy? So everyone can do it, says Samuel. Absolutely. Because they want more content. Remember, we talked about the number one reason that Amazon became who they are was to sell books. And the way that they can get books is by allowing anyone to publish content on their site. The other thing is, they're not just doing it just to be nice, right? They're doing it because they make money. Okay, so every time you sell an ebook, Amazon makes money. Every time you make money, Amazon makes money. If you sell your ebook for $10, Amazon gives you 70%. All right? They keep only 30%. Amazon gives you 70%. Yes, Matic, including, yes, if you're a foreigner, if you're outside of the U.S., that's correct, yes. Right? Life is easy when you're working hand in hand, absolutely. All right? All right, so now let's continue. Lots of great questions. I'm going to cover every single question, trust me. All right, how many ebooks do you need to make this work for you? That's a good, very good margin for them. All right, they keep 30%. Using the system that I've created, right, where you do the research, you do the titles, descriptions, price points, and outsourcing, you average $500 a month in sales per ebook, on average. Imagine having 5, 10, or 20 ebooks all bringing in monthly income. Where you do the work once. The thing about this is, you publish your ebook one time, and it sells over and over and over. So I still have ebooks that I published 4 and 5 years ago that are still making me money, that are still selling, right, today. Do the work once, your ebooks sell for months and years to come. It's called residual income. Amazon will pay you over and over and over again. Now, what makes this different is that it grows month after month. As you saw, it went from $2,297.30 to $2,873.13, and then to the next month, $4,462.53, and then the next month, $8,403.84. Okay, and then now to the point where I'm doing over $30,000 in sales every single month, US. So how much money do you need to make a difference in your life? Would you need an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month? Right? Think about that. Put that into the questions box. No one can see your answer. And I'm not going to say the names, but just tell me, because I'm always curious, how much extra a month do you need to make a difference in your life? Right? Some people are saying 2,000 to 5,000, 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 3,000, 3,000, 1,000, 10K. I need Tesla. So I like that. Okay. 10,000, 500, 2,000, 5,000, 5,000, and I'll quit my job. 5,000, 5,000, 2,500, 5,000 to 3,000, 500, 1,000, another 1,000 would be nice. 2,000, 5,000. So everyone's different here, right? Now, how could something like this change your life? What would you do with the extra income? Would you put it towards, Alan says, I want this for I want to do this for my living. This is all I do, Alice. All I do is Amazon. That's it. I sleep, eat, and talk Amazon. How much time do you put into Vismatic? It depends. You could put a couple of days. You could put a weekend. It's totally up to you. All right? What would you do with the extra income? Put it towards your kid's future. Use it to pay off your mortgage. Buy a house. Buy a better house if you already have one. Buy your dream car. Pay off bills. Get out of debt. Travel the globe. Donate to charities. Help your family. The possibilities are endless with this. All right? We take a lot of vacations, my wife and my family. We have 4 children. We actually just got back from London. We went out to London, just me and my wife, 6 months ago. And then last month we went to Thailand. So me, my wife, and our 4 children. We have 2 boys, 2 girls. We went to Thailand for 2 weeks, and we really had a nice time. We stayed in different resorts. First we flew into Bangkok, and then from Bangkok we stayed in Bangkok for 4 days, and then we went to Chiang Mai. We stayed there for 5 days, and then we went to Phuket, the beach area, and we stayed there for 4 days. So we like to travel, and Amazon pays for the travel for us, right, because of the money that I'm making. Greetings from just 20 miles south from London. Is Slovenia just 20 miles? Nice, okay. I didn't know it was is it really that close to London? I didn't know. Wow, awesome, okay. Oh, far away, someone said. Okay, how far from London? Next time I visit Europe, I have to come there. Next to Venice, 1 hour. Oh, okay, awesome. We're planning on going to Italy and France, and 1.5 hour flight from London. Not bad. So how could this change your life? Now, let me ask you a question. Right, the past hour, would you agree it's been time well spent? Yes or no? Yes, 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 yes. All of the yeses are coming in. Now, obviously, there's much more to this system that I can't cover within 90 minutes because we would be here, right, for a while. I've created a special offer for this group here so that you can get everything you need to know. And if you act fast, I'm actually going to give you a very special deal on everything. So is it okay if I help you and share? Wow, the yeses are coming in. Okay, sure, yes, 1, yes. I don't know what 1 means, but yes, yes, okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, why? I assume that's yes, 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 of course, please do so. So, old habits die hard. So one of the things I realized is, I watched a lot of webinars and I watched a lot of presentations like this. And one of the things that I realized is that we get excited about the presentation, we get excited about the seminar, right? And sometimes after the event, what happens? After it, we go back to our daily routine of life, and we don't do anything. One of the biggest reasons why most people fail is because they don't execute. Most people fail at anything because they don't work on their execution skills. Okay? One of the things that we have to do is whenever we want to get to the next level, we have to learn to stop, focus, and execute. Stop chasing everything. Stop trying to do so many things. Focus on one thing, the thing that resonates with us, and execute. For me, it was focusing on this because it's not something that I'm doing alone. I'm partnering with Amazon, who is a global business, a multi-billion-dollar business. Amazon already has the customers, right? I just have to put my ebooks on their website, and they bring me the customers. I don't have to go in and use Facebook traffic or YouTube or Instagram or any of that stuff, right? Now, so you'll be thrilled to know that I put together a special program called Kindle Cashflow 2.0. This is not my $20,000 program. I also have a program that's $20,000 where I do this for you, and I keep 10% of the royalties up to $100,000. This one is nowhere near that price. This is a home study program that you get to view online, where I show you the entire process, so you get to see what I do, why I do it, and then the results that I get after I've done it. So this is an online program that you can get access to right now. And what you'll get in this program is you'll get what's known as the setup, okay? And this one covers how to go in and set up your account, how to get started quickly, and what not to do so you don't get banned. This is a $997 value. You also get a module called the Kindling for Profits module. And in this module, okay, I cover how to find the right niche and readers. We already talked about using the Google Keyword Planner to go in and do niche research, but I also give you other ways of doing niche research in this module as well. We talk about niches that sell and readers that buy, all right, and this is a $1,497 value. And then I also give you the Buyer Magnet module, which is a $2,997 value. And in this module, I give you the critical must-have elements that will make your ebook sell. I talk about covers, prices, descriptions, reviews, and we still have a lot of questions. I want to cover all of the questions too, so stay with me, right? I also give you the KDP Cash Extraction module, which is a $3,500 value. I cover the secret ways to use the Kindle Direct Publishing platform to make more money than most people ever will. Now, the total value of everything there is $8,991. All right, $8,991. And we still have a lot. There's still a lot more that I want to show you, so make sure that you pay attention here. Now, I had two choices. The first was to go as cheap as possible and try to sell as many as possible. And it wouldn't incentivize me to really stack the value on for you, but for this event only, I went really inexpensive, right? I went really super inexpensive and cheap on this program. The second option was this one requires a little higher investment, but in exchange, I'm able to devote more resources to guarantee your success. Okay. Now, here's a testimonial that I got from one of my students. He's from Perth, Australia. He's 66 years old. His name is Darren DeVry, and he says he sent me an email. He said, "This has been my best month so far with 258 sales to date with only 3 titles. I'm very happy, all right, with the progress considering my circumstances, a bankruptcy from recession. I just wanted to say thank you again. I can see the end of the tunnel." Damn it. I had asked him if I could use this testimonial, and then the next day he sent me another testimonial, an update, and he says I'm up to 336 sales as we speak. He sells his ebooks for $10 each. So do that math, $10 times 336, right? I'm happy with that. I was hoping for 200 sales this month, so really happy. I'm going to try for 1,000 sales a month starting next month. Thank you, Ty. Right? He's trying for 10,000 sales, $10,000 a month. Now, here he's beat his goal, and he sent me this testimonial. We were on Skype a few weeks ago, and he says, "Ty, over the last year, I've continued to follow the Kindle Cashflow system, and I'm now doing $20,000 per month in sales." $20,000 per month in sales. All right, 66 years old. He's in Perth, Australia, and he's crushing it. So here's some of the bonuses that you're going to get when you get this program. You're going to get the first bonus, which is the Google Kindle Crunch. And in this module, I show you how to get your ebooks listed in Google so that you increase your sales big time. This is where 30% of my sales come from. So if I make $30,000 in 1 month, 10,000 of that will come from my Google listings. And this is a $1,997 value. This bonus is only for the first 30 people. Okay, so for the first 30 people, you're going to get this bonus. The first 20 people are going to get this bonus and the other bonus, right? But this is my money multiplicity bonus. And this one shows you how to take the same content that you're publishing to Amazon and also publish it to Barnes & Noble's Nook Press and the Apple iBookstore so that you get double the exposure. You actually get the triple your exposure because you're now on all 3 platforms. This is a $997 value. Right, and this bonus again is for the first 20 people. You're going to get this bonus and the previous bonus. Now I also have an extra special bonus. I have a lot of extra bonuses that I'm going to give just for this presentation because you're part of this group. This bonus here is you're going to get your own virtual assistant. She can come up with researching the topics. She can help you come up with title ideas. She can help you write out your descriptions. She can communicate with your writer or anything else that you can think of, including working on some of your other businesses. You'll get a virtual assistant to help you with this stuff for 40 hours. All right, this is a $600 value that I actually have to pay, so this bonus is for the first 15 people only because it costs me money. Right now, again, what you're going to get with this program is you'll get the setup, which is a $997 value. I show you how to set up your account, how to get started quickly, what not to do so you don't get banned. I also give you the Kindling for Profits module, which is a $1,497 value. And in this module, I show you how to find the right niche and readers, niches that sell and readers that buy. And then you'll also get the Buyer Magnet module, which is a $2,997 value. And in this module, I show you the critical must-have elements that will make your ebook sell. I show you how to put together your covers, your prices, which price points make the most profit, your descriptions and reviews as well. I also give you the KDP Cash Extraction module, which is a $3,500 value. And in this module, I show you the secret ways to use the Kindle Direct Publishing platform to make more money than most people ever will, just because they don't know what it is that you know. Then you'll also get the bonuses. Bonus number 1, the Google Kindle Crunch, which will show you how to get your ebooks listed in Google and Amazon. You'll get bonus number 2, which is the Money Multiplicity bonus, which will show you how to take the same content that you're publishing to Amazon and also publish it to the Barnes & Noble's and Nook Press platform so that you have triple the exposure. You'll also get the third bonus, which is your own virtual assistant. So if you're one of the first 15 people to get in, you're going to get all of these bonuses right here. All right? The total value of everything is $12,585. You won't pay anywhere near that. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm going to give you the price in just a second, but I want to ask you if all this did was to allow you to generate a consistent hands-free passive income every month, would it be worth it? You're going to be surprised by how inexpensive this is. So if all of this did was allow you to generate a consistent hands-free passive income, would it be worth it? If all this did was to give you the kick in the butt to finally get you moving and making money, would it be worth it? If all this did was to give you 2 or 3 ebooks that each brought in $500 a month to pay a bill or to save money, would it be worth it? Right, $1,000 and $1,500 a month. And then if you got to the point where, like my student Darren DeVry, you're making $20,000 a month, would it make sense to pay $5,000 for something like this? Then every sale after that month is pure profit, right? Now, so you can see why it's a good deal at $5,000. Normally I sell this for $1,997, but because you're at this special event, you get to get started now for just $997 or $549 now and one additional payment of $549 30 days from now. Okay? So that's where we are at right now. So that's the website. It's 30dayprofits.com. 30dayprofits.com. If you want to be one of the first 15, and when you do go in and get your order in, please put the words "I'm in," okay, in there, "I'm in," so that I know who's first and who's part of the first 15. And I'm going to put the URL into the questions box so that you can click on it as well. All right, so it's 30dayprofits.com. That's the URL. So just put in, there you go. Put in the words I'm in. We've got Margaret that's in. We've got Tomaz that's in. All right. We've got Addie that's in. We've got Laura that's in. We've got a lot of people that are coming in. So please go in and put in the words I'm in so I know who came in the first 15. Now I'm going to cover this again. Again, the first 15 people are going to get their own virtual assistant. All right, we've got Alan that's in. Put in the words I'm in so I know what order you came in. Who's first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Your own virtual assistant, she's going to help you with researching the topics, coming up with title ideas, writing out descriptions, communicating with your writer, or anything else that you can think of, including working in some of your other businesses. Right? Visit the site right now, 30dayprofits.com, to go in and place your order because it's first come, first serve. As the order is placed, then you get in that order, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Right? This bonus is for the first 15 people only because it costs me money. All right? Now, what you're going to get with this entire program is you'll get the setup, which is a $997 value. And this covers setting up your account, how to get started quickly, what not to do so that you don't get banned. You'll also get the Kindling for Profits module, which is a $1,497 value. And in this module, I talk about finding the right niche and readers, niches that sell, and readers that buy. And yes, go ahead. You can put in your orders right now as I'm going over this. All right? And we're also going to cover all of the questions as well. We're going to have a Q&A session at the very end. And I'm going to give you an extra special bonus for the first 10 people that get in. So go in and place your order by visiting the website now because I'm going to give you a surprise bonus that you're going to see in just a moment. You'll also get the Buyer Magnet module, which is a $2,997 value. This one covers the critical must-have elements that will make your ebook sell. We talk about covers, pricing, descriptions, and reviews. Right? You'll also get the KDP Cast Extraction module, which will cover the secret ways to use the Kindle Direct Publishing platform to make more money than most people ever will. All right, we just have a few bonuses left because I see a lot of people getting in. So if you want the bonuses, go in and place your orders. And we have bonus number 1, which is the Google Kindle Crunch. In this bonus, I will show you, right, how to use Google and how to get your ebooks listed in Google so that you can really explode your sales. Right? This right here alone accounts for 30% of my income. So if I make $30,000, this accounts for $10,000 of that. Right? You'll also get bonus number 2, which is the money multiplicity bonus. Okay? And this one shows you how to go in and triple your ebook exposure. It'll show you how to triple your ebook's exposure by being able to take the same content that you have on Amazon and publish it as well to the Barnes & Nobles, Nook Press, and the Apple iBook Store. Okay? Lots of people saying that I'm in. Got it. Ty. Awesome. Great. Good to see you in. Good to see you in. If you're in, give yourself a pat on the back already. Let me post a URL here so that you can go in and get in. Bonus number 2, actually I should say bonus number 3, is the virtual assistant. If you're within the first 15, right, you'll get that virtual assistant as well for 40 hours so that you can have this individual help you with all of this that we just spoke about. Okay. Now the total value of everything here is $12,585. And let me ask you a question. What's one ebook worth to you? One ebook, right? Imagine if it brought in $5,000 a month every single month, or $8,000 a month, right? Every single month, or $1,500 a month. How much would you pay to get one great selling ebook per month, per week, or per day? Okay, so you can see why people were paying up to $20,000 plus 10% of their profits, up to $100,000 to set this up for them. All right. Now, here, if you're in the first 10, you're also going to get this special bonus. This is a one-time only exclusive bonus class for those that have already ordered and that are placing their orders right now. And in this, I'm going to show you how my 15-year-old daughter makes $5,000 a month publishing mystery thriller novels. Okay? You'll see how she comes up with the ideas. You'll see how she does her research. You'll also see the fishing method, right, that she uses to hook buyers in. She sold over $50,000 worth of ebooks using this method. You'll get the letter method that she uses to make people buy every single title in her ebook series, right? So this is a $5,000 value, a real value, because she's making $5,000 a month with this. And this is a bonus class that will start 6 to 8 weeks from now. This is something that you're going to get as well. So you can get started right now for just $9.97 or $5.49 now and one additional $5.49 payment in 30 days. Okay, so again, the website address is 30dayprofits.com. And you can get in right now. I see a lot of people are already aboard. Welcome to everyone that's on board. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And now, let me show you, disposable income. How many people are familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? He says rich people spend money on assets, things that are going to make them more money, like this system. This is an asset. And he says poor people spend money on liabilities. All right, think about it. He also says something that's very possible. He says, very powerful. He says you can have money or you can have the excuses, but you can't have both. He says you can have the money or you can have the excuses, but you can't have both. All right? So which one is it? Are you going to make the excuses or are you going to have the money? Now, right now you have two choices. The first option is to do nothing and not take this leap of faith. Okay? Or the second option is to pony up this small, tiny investment today compared to all the value you'll receive in return, and just give it a shot. Okay? Now, my crazy guarantee, I have a 3-part guarantee here because I want to make sure that everyone succeeds with this. The first part is research. If you can't find a hot topic to create your first ebook around, okay, I will personally help you to get started. So that's bonus, that's guarantee number 1, research. If you can't find a hot topic to create your first ebook around, I will personally help you to get started. The second part to my 3-part guarantee is outsourcing. If you can't find someone to write your ebook for you, I will give you access to one of my best writers who will write your first ebook for under $150. Again, this works so well that I can give you these types of guarantees because I know that you'll be successful with this. Sales. If after 60 days you're not making at least $500 per ebook, I will have one of my top coaches jump on a Skype call with you to help kickstart your sales. All right, so this is my 3-part crazy guarantee that you will succeed with this. Research, outsourcing, sales. Okay? I only want serious people, so there's no refunds giving. And once you're in on this. No tire kickers. You'll know that if this is for you, you'll know that it's for you. I'm looking for serious students that are ready to explode their Kindle publishing business this year. Again, you can go over to 30dayprofits.com. With other opportunities, think about it. If you're investing in something like a Starbucks or a McDonald's or a local restaurant, right, it can take 3 to 5 years to get your initial investment back. With this, you can get 5 times back that with the first couple of ebooks that you publish. You can get started now, again, at 30dayprofits.com. There's a tale of 2 people that I like to talk about. And the first one is a gentleman by the name of Timid Tommy. Timid Tommy is the skeptic. He's the person that never believes anything. He's the the person that's cynical. And he says, well, maybe they can do it, but I can't. And this way, he never gets any results. Then you have Brave Bob. Brave Bob is the one that always wants to try something new. He believes in himself. He believes in the possibilities. He knows that there's a different life for him out there, right? I want to show you now how to get started. You would just simply go to 30dayprofits.com. Again, I'm going to put the URL into the questions box so you can just click onto it. And then once you go there, right, Amachi, I like it. He says, I can tell by the sound of your voice that I'm not going to use the word that he says, okay? I know you'll do extremely well with this. Welcome aboard, all right? Now, once you go there, you're going to see the order form. The order form looks just like this. It says, yes, Ty, I want to get started with Kindle Cashflow now, and then it'll talk about all of the bonuses. Now, if you get there too late, you won't see the bonuses. They'll start to disappear because you want to be first, second, and third, up to 15, right, to get your own virtual assistant and all of the other bonuses, like bonus number 2. You want to be in the first 20. Okay, now, you'll also fill out this information. and then you'll fill out this information, your credit card information, and everything else, and then you'll get instant access to the entire program online. Okay, you'll get instant access to everything right now. What you'll get is you'll get the setup, and this is a $997 value. We talk about setting up your account, how to get started quickly, what not to do so that you don't get banned. We talk about Kindling for profit. You'll get this module, which is a $1,497 value. And in this module, we talk about finding the right niche and readers, niches that sell and readers that buy. Okay? No, Addie, there's no CDs. It's online. You get the buyer magnet module, which is the critical must-have elements that will make your ebook sell. We talk about covers, pricing, descriptions, and reviews. And then you also get the KDP Cash extraction module. And Addie, you get access online so that you can get started right away, because the quicker you take action, the quicker you start to make money. The KDP Cash extraction module is a $3,500 value. We cover the secret ways to use the Kindle Direct publishing platform to make more money than most people ever will. You'll also get all of the bonuses as long as you're in the first 15. It looks like we just have about 2 or 3 more slots available. So if you're not in right now, you want to go in and get in right now. For website address is 30dayprofits.com. You'll also get, this is awesome right here, I like this, you get access to our private Facebook group where you get to ask questions, you get updates, you get to share ideas, you get to brainstorm, you get to get help and help other people, right? So here you get to surround yourself with people that are just starting, just like you. You get to see people that are making hundreds of dollars a month, people that are making thousands of dollars a month, people that are making tens of thousands of dollars a month. Right? So you get to be part of this group where you have a variety of people that are doing extremely well with this. And that's our private Facebook group for customers only. Now, I talked about Timid Tommy, and you know, Timid Tommy always gives someone else more credit than he gives himself. I'm doing over $30,000 a month in sales with this, and there's nothing special about me. I personally can't write an ebook to save my life. I actually failed English 101 not once but twice in school. I spent nearly 5 years of trial and error and thousands of dollars discovering the secrets that I'm giving you here today for a small one-time only investment. Now you can spend countless hours doing it the hard way, or you can model my success and do it the easy way. Again, the website address is 30dayprofits.com. This is everything that you'll get in the system. We only have just a few more bonuses left. And you'll also get the virtual assistant as well. And, right, if you order right now, you'll also get this extra bonus mastery class that we're going to be putting together where I show you how my 15-year-old makes up to $5,000 a month publishing mystery thriller novels. If a 15-year-old female, if a 15-year-old girl can do it, a teenager, you can do it as well. Alright, so you can get started now for just $9.97 or $5.49 now and one additional $5.49 payment in 30 days by going to 30dayprofits.com. Here's a couple of reviews here. Do you want to see the video reviews and then we're going to answer all of the questions? If you want to hear the video testimonials, let me know. Addie says, one is mine. Good to have you in, Addie. Yes. Okay, so we can, I'm not saying the yeses, so we can pass the video testimonials up if you want, and we can just go straight to questions. All right? Actually, you know what? I'm going to play some of these.
Hi guys, my name is Sabine Kohler.
This is Sabina. She's actually in Germany. The last time I was in London, she had ordered my program, and when she found out that I was in London, she flew from Germany to London just to buy me lunch because she was doing so well with Kindle publishing and everything that I taught her. She's making thousands of dollars a month, and she was so excited. She said, Ty, you know, your program totally changed my life, so I want to buy lunch for you and your wife. So here, let me play her testimonial for you.
And I started with the Kindle cash flow system mid of April and published so far 3 Kindle books with 6 more books in the making as we speak. They will be published over the next 2 weeks. So I'm quite a newbie on Kindle, but I really, really do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I bribed my friend Sonia to come on board, as she has a wealth of knowledge with regards to health, nutrition, and fitness. She's actually a holistic health coach. And I'm also very interested in health, and most of our topics are actually related to health. And together we are just the perfect team. We find it helpful to outsource the writing of our books. However, once we receive the books back, we spice them up and put our own stamp on them. And this has worked very well so far. Our first book, How to Get Your Dream Body and Keep It, the 6-week body makeover for a flat belly, toned arms and killer legs, published under the pen name Kim Ellis, was off to a flying start right from the beginning, generating over $1,000 in royalties in the first 4 weeks. We also have published How to Start a Daycare in 5 Easy Steps, Don't Get Your Fingers Burned, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Skyrocket Your Daycare Business to Success, and OMG, My Son is Gay, How You Can Help Your Son Coming Out and Keep Him Safe. And the 2 more to be launched over the next couple of days are No More Panic and Diagnosed with Hashimoto's, What's Now? What I like about the Kindle cash flow system is that it is a complete step-by-step system. Usually you buy a program and you get to work just to find out some really important pieces of the puzzles are missing and you can't get it to work. This is why I have been reluctant to buy more courses in the recent past. And this is also why it took me so long to come on board with Ty's course. However, Ty's course is different. It's actually a complete course, and if I'm stuck, I just drop his support team a quick email, which I'm allowed to do once a week, and usually it takes them just 48 hours to come back to me. That's pretty cool. I can wholeheartedly actually recommend you to get started when you are after a step-by-step system and you have never actually published books on Kindle before. It's a great course. Bye.
All right, so she's a sweetheart there. I like her. We have just testimonials from everyone. Here's someone that's making his first time $390. That was his first week. $390. He ended up doing thousands. Here's another one. $1,644.97 in her first 2 weeks. All right, so she's doing thousands. Here's a text message that I got from one of my students, and this text message says he's making $5,000 a month. Right, this month will be my first $5,000 month. I want to thank you for all of your guidance and inspiration. My goal is set on getting to the $10,000 per month limit by June 1st. Okay. Here's another one of my students, Linda Allen. She has been publishing, and remember I told you once you get started, once you publish, your sales continue. They don't stop. So ebooks that I published years ago are still making me money now. She says, I got Ty's program last year, and I'm so glad that I did. I made several $1,000s last year, and that's after stopping writing after several months. However, I started writing books again about 3 months ago. And now she had to stop because she had a health issue. But while she had stopped, her books were still making her money. She was still getting paid from Amazon. She still gets paid this day, right? Think about that. Your regular job, if you stop working on your job, okay, yes, Samuel, they are short books. If you stop working on your job, what happens? Do you continue to get paid? No, you stop getting paid, right, until you can go back to work. But with this, she had stopped publishing ebooks, but the ebooks that she had in her account were still making her money day after day, week after week, month after month. Okay, does that make sense? Again, Darren DeVry, 66 years old, he's making $20,000 a month with this. Right? We have about 2 more virtual assistants and bonuses left. If you want to go in, visit the website right now, 30dayprofits.com. I'm going to answer questions now. So do you have any questions? Go in, ask your questions right now, and I'll cover everything. So here's everything that you're going to get. You're going to get the setup, which is a $997 value. You get Kindling for Profits, which is a $1,497 value. You'll get the Buyer Magnet module, which is a $2,997 value. And then you'll get everything else as well. Okay? a total value of $12,585. And if you didn't sign up, Peter, you can also go in and use the 2-payment option. All right, so you can make 2 payments, Peter. Great question. If you didn't sign up, reason number 1 is you don't think that you can come up with ebook ideas that will sell. And this is super easy, as you saw in this presentation and where we did the market research. It's super easy to come up with ideas. All right. Reason number 2 is you're nervous about putting it all together. All right. Reason number 3 is you think that it's too expensive. Well, the thing is, just this small investment can totally change things for you. It can change your life where you're making thousands of dollars a month. So it's more expensive not to get this program than it is to get it. All right. So Peter, if you want to be one of the next 2 that we have available here, you can go in and use that multi-pay option. All right. This is the end of the presentation. We're going to be closing it out. Go in and write down this URL, 30dayprofits.com. And the reason why I'm telling you is to write it down is because if you need to talk to your wife or your husband or your business partner or your significant, you can come back later and still get in if we have any bonuses. You'll see on the order page, okay? Very first, what do you recommend as the very first step? Let's answer some questions now. What do you recommend as the very first step to take when you log in? First step is go in and join our Facebook group. Okay, because you're going to see other people there. And then the second step is to go in and set up your account at kdp.amazon.com. Amazon does not charge you to set up an account. kdp.amazon.com. Okay? And then after that, just start going through the program step by step. Let's see, Sebastian says, when you hire someone to write the ebook for you, how do you know that the story is not copied, stolen from the web? Sebastian, it's never. You put it in your project description. Number 1, most people won't jeopardize their account by plagiarizing. And you put that, just as I shared with you earlier, you put that in your project description. And there's also resources that you can use to check. I give you these resources in the course that you can use to go in and check the authenticity of your ebooks to make sure that it's genuine and that it's unique. Great question, Sebastian. But Sebastian, honestly, to be honest with you, I had to get rid of that, and I see a lot of students when they first start, they have to get rid of that as well. And what I mean by getting rid of that is that mental roadblock. Because the first question that will come to your mind is, how do I know if someone's not copying this information from the web? Anyone who's a true writer would be appalled to do that because they enjoy writing so much. Right? So again, as I said earlier, your mind will play tricks on you, and it'll say, here's a cautionary question or something that you should be cautious about. Right? But I've never had that. I've hired dozens of writers before, and I've never had that. I've never had one of my students have that happen to them. So again, any other questions that are coming in? I want to answer all questions here, and I'm going to stick around for about 2 or 3 more minutes, and once we close this webinar out, you won't be able to get in and order. So whether you're watching it live or from the replay, if we have a replay, you want to get in right now before it ends. Once it ends, that's it. Okay, so let's see, what other questions do we have? Remember, there's no such thing as a dumb question. I love answering your questions. What about the average price ranges? Good question, Samuel. So average price ranges that I price my ebooks at is I start them off small first. I start them off at a low price point to gain some momentum. So by low price point, I mean 99 cents to $2.99. And then once you start getting sales, then I increase the price point to anywhere between $4.97 to $9.97. All right, because remember, you're going to keep 70% royalties. You know what, Magic? I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Matt Jazz, he says, I love this quote. I love that. I'm going to share that on Facebook. He says, only people who have mentally prepared themselves to get wealthy will take the course, Ty. Now, that doesn't just, I love that because it doesn't just apply to this. Matt Yash. Got it. Matt Yash. Okay. Here, it doesn't just apply to this. What you just said is so powerful because things, like I said before, here's the thing. Where to apply. You can apply at 30dayprofits.com. That's why I started. I had such a hard time making money in business or online or offline because my mentality wasn't right. I looked at everything as a scam or as something that wouldn't work, or I looked at it as people were leaving things out, or it only worked for them because they had money or because they had influence or because they had a network. And my mind used all of these excuses. And it wasn't, just as you just said, Matt Yash, it wasn't until I had to get myself mentally prepared for wealth that I started to see the opportunities. Okay? I really love that you put that there. Okay, I'm actually going to share that on my Facebook page because a lot of people need to realize that. And it doesn't, again, I'm not just talking about this program, but anything. Doesn't matter if it's real estate or investing or anything. Your mind has to be ready mentally for an increase in order for it to happen. If not, you're going to see every obstacle. You're going to say, I can't afford it. You're going to say, it's not for me, I can't do it. You're going to have every obstacle. Okay. All right, let's see, where else do we have? Any other questions that are coming in? Oh, do you choose more writers for the same? This is from Andre, I think. Do you choose more writers for the same topic and choose the best, or just one? How do you decide $50 and $100 writer? Great question. So I only choose one writer per topic. Okay, I just hired 2 more people this morning actually. And the second part to your question is, how do you choose between a $50 and $100 writer? I like to look at some of their examples. So I like to look at some of what they've written. I pay attention to how they respond to me. So when I post on one of these sites like here, Google or Upwork, right? Let's look at the quotes. I look at how they respond to me. Right, so let me go. I'm going to show you something here. Here, this guy bid $50. He didn't put anything here. Let me just go in. Right here. Let me show you one of these here. I look at how they respond to me because based off of what they put in here, I can tell if they're a good writer or not. I can tell if their English is good, right? So here's what she wrote back to me. Do you want to report only on writing about character flaws to capture the imagination of the author, or some characteristics too? I can tell that she's an okay writer, right? Let's go down here. And then also, so I look at what they write back to me here, right? And I also look at their ratings here. 89% job success and things like that. So just like you see how Amazon has that 5-star rating, that rating system, these sites have the rating systems as well. So you might see this person has stars, this one has 45. You know, so you'll see the same thing there. Okay? Same thing. Does that make sense? This is actually the end of my presentation here. So if you haven't gotten in, you want to go in and get in right now. I welcome all new students. But that was a great question. I thank you. Okay. Big Daddy Burger. I like that. I'm all for it. Okay. Anita says, how long is the offer valid? Anita, you know what? I'm going to leave that up. We'll have a replay. Okay. And he'll put a replay page up. No. Majid says, Well, let me finish Anita's question. Robert will put a replay page up, and we'll put a timer on a replay page. All right, so I'll let him decide how long we'll keep this offer up. As a matter of fact, let me do this. If you're watching the replay right now, or if you're thinking about getting in, if you get in before Robert takes down the replay, I'm going to give you all of the bonuses. So everyone that still gets in right now, you'll still get every single bonus that I talked about. All right, just because I love this group and I love the interaction, I love all of the questions, and I love the fact that you guys have just, ladies and gents, you have a great mindset. I like that. All right, so let's see who else had a question. Oh, I think it's Majez. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. He says, do you give the writer credits? Are they mentioned anywhere? No, not at all. Because remember, in our project, we put that we're going to own all the rights to it, right? So once we pay them, then we now own all the rights to it. You know how many authors use pen names and fictitious names? Do you know how many top authors do that? If you go like to Google, let me see if I can go to Google really quickly here. I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to show you something. Authors who use pen names. There's so many top authors that hire other people to write for them, and then they publish it under their name. So, well-known authors who use pen names. Let's see. 10 authors who write under different pen names. All right, so these are authors who are really well known, who have hired other people to write content for them. Stephen King, he doesn't write all of his own books, right? J.K. Rowling, how many of you are familiar with her? She's in the UK. Richard Matheson, Joyce Carol Oates, right? Agatha Christie, C.S. Lewis, right? So Dane Coates, Anne Rice, Michael Crichton, right? So some very, very, very famous authors who have not written their own material. They hired other people to do it, and they put their name on. Okay. Andre says, when you're working with one or the same author, do you pay them more for new stories or not? No, we usually agree on a set price, and then every story that they write for me, I pay them the same. Or sometimes a little bit less, because I'm telling them that I'm going to give them consistent work. All right, so great question. All right, I think we have covered all of the questions there. I want to welcome all new members. Okay. Samuel, 300-page book at 99 cents. No, I would price it a little bit more. All right, so I want to thank everyone for joining us on this presentation. Again, if you have not gone in, go in and visit 30dayprofits.com. We've got a lot of awesome students that are in. I want to see you on the Facebook page as well as in the community. Okay, so come by, say hello to me, and do me a favor. Can you go here, right? I'm going to give you my Facebook. For those that have already gotten in, right? Go in and join us on our Facebook page here and tell us why you got in. Right here, let me show you the Facebook page. And tell us why. This is the Facebook page here. Let's see. It's called Let's All Make Money Online. Let's All Make Money Online. All right? Join me here at this Facebook group here. This is a Facebook group where we teach people how to make money online in various ways. And go here, type in Let's All Make Money Online in Facebook, and then request that we allow you to be a member. All right, this is not the Kindle group. This is just for anyone that is watching this presentation right now. In order to stay in contact, and if you're looking for ways to make money, come in and request access. Let's All Make Money Online. I'll paste the link into the group right here. Where is it at? Let's see. I'm going to paste the link right here so you can just click on the link. All right? And then, if you're also someone who has already purchased the program, you can go over to the Kindle group and request access to that. You'll have a link. Check the email, and we gave you the link in the email. That one I'm not going to share here because that's only for customers. All right? But the other one here, if you're watching this presentation right now, just go in and invite yourself to that Facebook group, and we share some great information on making money online. It's a great community. All right, so with that said, I want to say good day, good morning, good night to you, and give yourself another pat on the back for watching this presentation. Awesome, awesome, awesome group. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Also, be sure to go in and write down the URL, 30dayprofits.com, in case you need to transfer some money from your bank, or if you need to do a wire transfer. We can also do wire transfers. Robert will give you information on how to do that. How many people would like to do a wire transfer or a PayPal? You can do a PayPal on the order page, or a credit card as well. All right? So have a good one. Lastly, when you join the Facebook group, please let me know what you thought of the webinar. Please leave your feedback in there, because I'm always interested in making sure that I was able to give enough value. And your feedback is very, very, very important to me. So just come into the group once we approve you. Just, let me know what you thought about this webinar, this presentation. And it means a lot to me, okay? So I hope you got some value out of this, and I hope you can come into the group and let me know that you got some value out of it. Thank you.